Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the WCW Saturday Night Review Series for the um, 25th of September 1993. If you're new here, there's a bunch of stuff to check out, and it's worth checking out anywhere from WCW stuff from the 90s in the Saturday Night vein like this series, or you can check out our entire or close to entire Mid South Wrestling Review Series, WCW, WCCW World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series. We've got a ongoing Superstars of Wrestling series which will be added to this weekend. Wrestling Challenge, Modern Day Wrestling, AEW, Impact, and WWE, all points in between. We've got over close to 1,300 audios available for your listening pleasure, including exclusive interviews. We're going to add to those probably coming up in the late summer, early fall again, when my time permits, hopefully. But anyway, that is there. In any event, we continue to kind of go to an abridged format here. We see a really cool match, which goes into a really cool series of matches. Uh, Steven Regal against Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat going right at Regal. Of course, Regal had jumped him with Paul Orndorff the previous week on WCW Saturday Night, so that is there. And Steamboat going right at Regal, hard chops in the beginning, just really aggressively, assertively going after him, and not necessarily wanting to do anything other than get right after him in every possible conceivable way. Steamboat, pushing him down, getting after him, and kind of being um, rather aggressive, assertive. Anyway, brings him back into the ring, continues the chop fest, continues going after him. Deep arm drags by Steamboat. Steamboat managing to stay on Regal as long as he possibly can for a concerted period of time. Sure William, aka Bill Dundee, on the outside of the ring there. Um, you know, Steamboat pulls him back in. Atomic drop doesn't get all he wants on it. Gets enough though for the moment. Regal gets Steamboat down and takes some cheap shots right under the chin, among other things, while he has him in the downward position. Steamboat makes his way back to his vertical base, and Regal manages a series of what amounts to really strong and snug uppercuts along the way. Um, the kind of a top wrist lock into a floats over into the curvated reverse chin lock there. Meanwhile, we see Regal managing to cinch up on his uh, individual natures there. Uh, and Steamboat manages some chops and hard shots there, along with, you know, basic stuff, Irish whip, and Steamboat manages the crossbody off the top rope and gets a near fall there, or off the second rope. Attempted interference from Sir William. Steamboat launches him into Regal, and the disqualification attempted there. Steamboat gets the roll up. Regal is dissatisfied with losing the fall, and obviously the interview leads to that effect, or speaks to that effect. Anyway, Nasty Boys out next. Nasty Boys obviously are uh, continuing to kind of be in the sights of the current Horsemen, Anderson and Roma, which Anderson and Roma as Horsemen never really feels right, and I think virtually any fan from the time would agree to that. Modified Bulldog out of the corner on the enhancement talent by Brian Knobbs. Knobbs, of course, goes on to have more of a singles run after the injury to Jerry Sags in '96 or so. Pump handle slam by Sags. Sags manages to get the pump handle in motion. They do the pit stop. They do the power slam, elbow drop that they were known for as a finish in the WWF and continue to be here. Nasty Boys obviously in clear command of their respective futures. Get a promo for Halloween Havoc, which is about a month away, give or take. Havoc 93, of course, topped by Vader and Cactus Jack in a Texas death match. That we then go to a series of clipped vignettes while we're hunting for Cactus Jack. Of course, Cactus Jack returning at the most recent pay-per-view, and lots of, to me, wasted time here, as they're just kind of recapping what amounted to a goofy angle. Anyway, Vader is out next in a enhancement challenge match after literally probably about 5 minutes wasted here. Cactus Jack gets a little mini promo, promises to take care of Vader before that, and Vader gets a choke slam and hard clothesline on the on his adversary here. Vader certainly tossing all caution to the wind, metaphorically, as it relates to getting things going his way for the future of his career. And Vader, big fresh slam, lots of intense stuff. Not exactly going to take backward steps by any stretch of the imagination as it relates to his career or the trajectory thereof. Again, Vader not willing to back down or back off at all, and fresh slam, then a power bomb, and Vader is in complete control and command as your champion here in 1993. Vader 92-93, probably the biggest matches, certainly biggest matches of his career in terms of in the American market, but also probably one of the most dominant heels in all of wrestling in that time frame. Harlem Heat out next to close the or come close to closing the program. Sting and Dustin Rhodes are their adversaries here. Rhodes, of course, your U.S. champion. Harlem Heat has been pushed pretty heavily considering their level of experience coming into things here. Roll up by Sting. Sting in pretty consistent control. Of course, Sting, a former world champion. Dustin Rhodes, current U.S. champion. Sting stays on the arm of one half of Harlem Heat. Hard to tell them apart at the time, just because they look so similar in identical gear. Anyway, cut off on Rhodes, including but not limited to a top rope, I guess you'd say, sledgehammer type maneuver. Big shot there by Booker T, and I know that because of the flying forearm piece. Heels take the majority of the match in terms of offense, including backbreakers and bear hugs along the way. And with about less than 2 minutes remaining in the match, Sting gets a quick comeback and ducks out of the way, gets pretty aggressive with one half of Harlem Heat there, manages a Samoan drop type maneuver, and gets things going back his way. Break up all four guys into the ring, and your baby faces do get a victory as we close the program here. And close the month of September 1993 on WCW Saturday Night as well. We'll be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.